how should I say this? I feel like finishing the Marble Machine X. And I wonder if you can help me do that. Yeah. Okay. In this video, I'm going to tell you why I'm asking for help, what I want help with, who I think might be able to help me, and how that might work. Why? We have a PBS system now, which makes us understand the process of building the Marble Machine X. We see that there's a lot of work yet to be done. And if you saw recently when I asked for help with the connecting rods and Thomas from Pilot's Workshop built them, that worked so well. Meanwhile, he was building the connecting rods, I got other stuff done here. And there's so many people who wants to help. And I think it would be a crime to not open up the project a little bit more and accepting that help at this stage, because I don't want to compromise on the quality of the Marble Machine X. I've already put in so much effort into every detail. I don't want to just before the finishing line lower the quality and rush it, but to have high quality and to finish the Marble Machine X in reasonable time, I need help. That's why. What? To begin with, I'm suggesting 3 sub-assemblies to collaborate on. 1, the Ondophone, 2, the funnels, 3, the Sizzle cymbal. The other day, I kind of invented a new music instrument. I call it the Ondophone. It's a mix between marxophone and onde martenot. And the marxophone sounds like this.
And it has a keyboard-like arrangement here. Now you're hearing some repeated sounds. That is happening because each key has a spring steel extension with a weight on the end that bounces.
I just love that bouncing tremolo sound. I think it's amazing. And the onde martenot sounds like this. There's also a mix of pedal steel guitar in there, and there's also a mix of theremin and modulin, of course. This is the instrument I once called one-stringed modulin. There's also a strange mix of CNC machine in there because I'm using linear rails with inspiration from my CNC. And there's a ball detent system that snaps the slider into the correct notes, almost like frets on a guitar, which will be a very useful help to get perfect pitch. Anyway, there's a lot going on with this instrument. It moves in a specific way, and it's designed to be played one-handedly with a lot of expression. So it produces a portamento glissando, monophonic, sci-fi, space-age tremolo sound. Like a lonely prairie wolf angel in vacuum outside the Milky Way. The second thing I want help with is the funnels. These funnels are designed like meat-eating flowers. So when the marble hits the back of the funnel, it opens and then it eats the marble again and the marble falls down. And the reason I have this little movement is to show what note has been played. So drop, bounce, marble gets eaten by the funnel. The funnels on the first machine was very flimsy, and they was like retracting every time they catch the marble, and that looked really, really great. Third thing for today anyway is the Sizzle cymbal. There's not enough space to fit a regular Sizzle cymbal on the Marble Machine X. I'm thinking maybe there's a drummer out there who would like to try to put a contact microphone on a splash cymbal and turn that into a Sizzle cymbal with a rivet and post a video on YouTube, or that we can produce the same sound, the kind of sizzling sound a Sizzle cymbal does, by other means, like having a spring that the marbles are hitting or some kind of other device that makes that sound. So The problem solving is quite fun here. I know exactly what sound I want, but we have a very little amount of space. But I'm also thinking that maybe before the world tour, we can also collaborate on Modulin version 2.0, the 90-degree professional kick drum solution. I have an idea for a double music box mechanical keyboard, and I would also love a disc changing music box. Maybe before the world tour we can have this kind of open source project and you can help me build some of the music instruments that I want to tour with. Who do I need help from? So there's 3 basic skills that we're looking for, and you don't need to have all 3. It might even be better if you just have one of them. So we're looking for fluent Cad designers who are fluent in Fusion 360. We're looking for prototypers who can try if a splash rivet cymbal actually sounds okay through a contact microphone, for example. And we're looking for manufacturers who can take the designs that the Fusion 360 people did together with me and manufacture the part, send them to me, and I assemble them on the Marble Machine X. We would like to have a first assembly done before Christmas this year. I already have Alex from the Alex CNC YouTube channel and Marius from the Kiting Mare Twitch channel. They are doing an awesome job, and we 3 are working on the top sections. And I think if we just put out work a little bit here and there, we can work on more things simultaneously with you. Last point, how? Chris, the project manager, has made a Google form. And if you're interested, you can fill out this Google form. I leave a link in the description as well. Chris is also the one who's going to choose who we are going to work with. If we choose someone else than you, it's Chris's fault. I actually don't envy him for that, because it's not fun to say no. When I asked for help with the connecting rods, I asked everyone to name a price. Some had thought through a serious price and some said 0 money and I'll do it for free. And I thought that that was not really fair competition. So this time I'm actually not offering you money for your time and effort. You will provide your time, your knowledge and skill, and your machinery. I, on my part, will tell the world about your beautiful work and your beautiful contribution. I will pay all the expenses, materials, shipping, and extras. And this is really meant for you whose fingers are itching to help me out to finish the Marble Machine X. So I don't want to sound like I'm expecting people to work for free for me, because I'm not. It's more like I'm offering to open up the project because there's so many people who are asking me to do exactly this. There's so many people who wants to help out. And I think it would be a little bit of a crime if I didn't tap into this big goodwill that you have for the Marble Machine X. I hope in the end that you will feel it's a big win-win, and if that is how you feel, then you should fill out the form. And you're going to have to deal with me, and I'm going to be an enlightened, humanistic dictator. So it's going to be a lot of iterations, and it's just my whims. Suddenly I will change my mind. You've been working on something for 9 hours, but that gave me another idea. That's just how it's going to be. If you want to take your overcompetence in the area where you're probably 10 times more competent than me and become some kind of CAD minion, if all that sounds pleasing to you, take a look in the form. I heard Bruce Springsteen talk about the E Street Band and why they sounded so good and played so well together for so many years. And he said that everything ended and started with his word, and that he gave the band members a lot of freedom in a tiny little box that he had made for them. That's how it's gonna work with us. I'm really excited about the Ondophone thing. If that works out, that could actually be a new music instrument. And it's really standalone, so we can implement it into the Marble Machine X. But it's the first version with the one-string module. The marbles were making the sound. The second version that I had in my head, we had this thing spinning from the gear train, making the sound, much like a hurdy-gurdy. And now on the third version, when it hit me that I can use the spring steel tremolo beater from the Marxophone, I was like, yes, it doesn't have to connect to the gear train of the MMX or to the marble flow of the MMX, which makes it completely standalone. So it could be that we're developing an instrument that could be used completely standalone as well outside the Marble Machine X, which would be really cool. Thank you everyone for caring so much about the Marble Machine X. It really means the world to me, seriously. And sorry for not having a lot of building in this video. I just had this idea that I should open up the project and speed it up, and I just wanted to make this video right away because I think this could be a crucial step. I also don't want to compromise with the documentation of the project. I really feel that this interaction with you, letting you know the struggles, letting you know how it goes, has become part of the Marble Machine X. So I also don't want to compromise too much on the YouTube videos, and apparently it looks like you like the longer videos, which surprised me because normally you feel, oh, I should not take up half an hour of your time. It's better I put it down in 10 minutes. But the feedback on the longer videos have been very surprising. So I'm actually a little bit interested in feedback, like pros and cons for 10 minutes, 20 minutes and 30-minute video length. I would love to hear that feedback. It would be really interesting. If you want to help finish the Marble Machine X before Christmas, fill in the form, link in the description. Chris will get back to you. Thank you so much, and see you on the next Wintergatan Wednesday.